Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new chapter of Nanatsu no Taizai, or you could call it the 7 Deadly Sins, which is on chapter 265. Now, this chapter right here, I was kind of waiting for the translations for a very long time, like from last week, and I was hoping like a certain main translator would actually translate this series. But whatever reason they have, I'm not going to complain too much because almost no one else would actually translate this series if they even wanted to. Aside from that, like translations being late for about a week later or so, I'm here to give you guys a recap. And this chapter right here was pretty intense. Looking forward to the next one. I do not know what's really bound to happen next, but it's gonna be a little ugly. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We had to it that the chapter starts off with Estarossa in the past having to meet with Elizabeth, and we have to it that like Elizabeth asked Estarossa, who is young and small, and asked him like, why are you here by yourself? Did you get in a fight with your older brother again? Estarossa replies to her by saying, no, everyone calls me a loser, I mean, I'm a coward who couldn't kill a single bug, not to mention I'm an embarrassment to my older brother. And we have to it that Estarossa does tell Elizabeth that he will become strong to end this war, It's really stupid and he doesn't like it. And he ends up realizing that he always loved Elizabeth or something. Later on, when it came to after a certain fight that Estarossa had with a certain goddess or something, we have to it that Meliodas expected him to actually do very well. And Estarossa asked Meliodas, this is the past or backstory, and asked him like, would I be like you someday? And he says, I guarantee it. And he gets happy about that. As Estarossa continues to fight against the angels or goddesses, we have to it that he ends up having to go to a forest where he is tending to his wounds. But he ends up seeing Elizabeth having to hug Meliodas, and we have to it that Estarossa says, that's not it. I wanted to be you, brother. And that's it. And we see to it that goes back to present time, and Estarossa proclaims that he is Meliodas, etc. Even when Estarossa, who calls himself Meliodas, ends up looking at Elizabeth, he goes like, hey, I've missed you so much. How you been? And we have to it that Elizabeth goes like, that's strange. I do know this guy, but how's it I can't recall him? And we had to it that Estarossa, who calls himself Meliodas, ends up changing a lot all of a sudden. He goes like, I'm here to steal your commandment, Didier. If I absorb all the commandments and surpass my brother, then he ends up switching back to another personality by saying, I am Meliodas. And we have to it that Daria explains to everyone like, this guy already lost his freaking mind. I mean, Mons Pete told me like that if anyone else other than Meliodas and Zeldris absorbs any commandments other than their own, they will be destroyed by them. Not to mention, including Montspiet and Gaudens, he's already absorbed 3 of them. And right now, just by looking at it, Estarossa is already starting to lose his mind already. Like, the commandments are destroying him mentally, pretty badly, to a point where he's going insane by saying, give me your commandment, Derriere. And he goes like, Elizabeth, 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 and everyone's like, is he gone crazy or mental? And we have to it that Gilead, who's protecting Elizabeth, shot bombs him with his strength, but we have to it that's not even working right now. Even right now, Deanne tries to put up a pillar to protect Gillard and everyone else. And King angrily yells at Estarossa by saying, someone like you who's big, stubby, hulking man, you're no Meliodas. And he ends up launching his first chastipole at him. But it seems like it's not even having an effect on him. As Estarossa, or possibly Meliodas, ends up slicing the diamond shield that Deanne made for Gillett and Elizabeth like one shot. And we have to it that the 2 archangels, Tariel and Sariel, ends up trying to attack him, but ends up being slashed away themselves. And we have to it that Estarossa tells Meliodas, this is getting a little bit noisy here, Let's go somewhere quieter, unless you want me to make it quiet, it's no problem. And we had to it that Elizabeth tells everyone to stop, and she says, I don't want anyone else to get hurt anymore, okay? I'll do as you say. And we have to it that Estarossa says, good, there's somewhere I want to go with you, okay? Follow me. And we have two that everyone wants to help, but Elizabeth goes like, no, don't worry about me, okay? Just protect Derriere. That's all I ask of you. And Esterosa flies off with Elizabeth taking her with her, without the need of the Derriere's commandment. It's pretty saddening. So, it looks like to me it's already true, of what Mons Pete says. Like, if anyone else other than Zeldris and Meliodas having to absorb the commandments other than their own, they will be destroyed by them. And Esterosa, he demonstrated like a freaking personality change. Like, he goes like, I'm Meliodas. He goes like, I want your commandment. Give it to me, Derriere. Like, he went psycho. Like, he goes from psycho to Meliodas, psycho, Meliodas. That's if he proclaims that is, that, etc. So, since Elizabeth is going with Esterosa, I highly doubt anything could really happen. And there's a lot of speculation and people saying like Meliodas, the real one, who's apparently trying to absorb all the commandments without rejection, is gonna kill Esterosa possibly. Although like I highly doubt that's ever gonna happen. I mean, I don't really know what's really gonna happen honestly, but I can say for sure that that it's gonna get really intense. Not to mention, I'm thinking in my mind, where's the assault squad who's supposed to go after Camelot, where Meliodas and Zeldris is at? So we'll have to find out. But whatever's bound to happen next, we'll have to figure it out later. Aside from that, it looks like things are still looking really bad right now. Esterosa having to absorb like the commandment of truth and the commandment of silence, and becomes much stronger and becomes more psychotic, if anything. And all of a sudden, Elizabeth decides to go with him without resistance. And she does proclaim that she knows him, but she can't recall any of her memories with him, which is something that like him is to my shock and surprise, which we'll have to look into later. So, I guess what, like I said, Mons Pete says what's true. The commandments are destroying Esterosa. Like, he's already switching too many personalities, like one Meliodas and the other one's like, I'm psychotic, I want your commandments so I can surpass my brothers, etc. So, don't really know what's really bound to happen next, but it's looking pretty bad for the defense squad against the other demons, etc. Since they're in that type situation. As for Gilla, I got a feeling she's dead. Maybe she might be healed before she died, but who knows. Until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So, I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!